Ms Maxwell.
Thank you, Deputy President. My question is on what specifically will the $2.4 million earmarked for the planning work on the Wangaratta Hospital redevelopment be spent, and over what period? Furthermore, does this mean there have been any change in the timelines for the start of the actual Wangaratta Hospital redevelopment, and on what date is that work currently projected to begin?
Minister.
I'm going to have to take some advice on that. I would have liked to have been able to answer your question straight off the bat, but I'm going to have to get some supplementary advice.
Minister?
No, I haven't got the answer as yet, I'm sorry. Now my apologies for the delay, and what I can I hope that what I'm about to read to you, you haven't actually discovered yourself previously, but I'll read what I've got. The funding of $2.381 million is required to fully plan redevelopment options for the North East Health Wangaratta campus. This will complement the 2018 $10 million allocation the government committed for redevelopment of the hospital. Planning activities include updating the health service plan, including refreshing demands data up with the date material, undertaking the service delivery model, developing a strategic functional brief to inform campus design, campus master planning, a campus facility study, cost planning, and the development of a treasury and finance business case. North East Health, I think that the rest actually goes on to describe Wangaratta. So in terms of, if you're actually asking me a question, going back to your question, which are you all hoping for a level of detail that would indicate when that's going to actually come to fruition, I'm not going to be able to provide you with that answer, but I'm certain that the Minister for Health, I'll alert her to the expectation in your question that I haven't answered.
Ms Maxwell?
Thank you, Minister.
Sorry, Ms Maxwell, just before you start, there's a little bit too much chatter in the chamber. It's distracting for Ms Maxwell. If we could just have some quiet, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy. Thank you, Minister, for following up on that question. That would be greatly appreciated. Is the government able to clarify how many of the up to 18 new Velocity trains for the regional network will be allocated to the north of the state, and on which lines specifically would they be? From when will the spending on the new trains commence, and from when will the first of the new trains start service?
Minister.
Right.
Minister.
I've said to my colleague, the Minister for Regional Development, that the confidence in the way in which she describes the answer to this question, she could have come here and answered it. She assures me that our commitment is to have services on the line by 2021-22, subject to the consideration of the Commonwealth acquitting its obligations to upgrade the line to enable us to run those trains at that time, and we will place the appropriate orders for the train sets, Velocity train sets, to run on that line in that time frame when we are certain that the service will be available for us to run on, and that will be determined we have a range of what we expect to be the requirement, but we'll factor in our ordering of those train sets to make sure that we can meet the service delivery requirements at that time, 21, 22.
Ms Maxwell, you actually expired time. I'm sorry. Yeah. So,
Able to seek leave to ask further questions?
Maybe after we've gone through the rest of the crossbenches.
maybe after the other crossbenchers have done theirs, we'll then deal with seeking leave for further questions. Yeah.